Championship Sunday here at MLG. Crowd, you have been absolutely great. We've had some awesome matchups. It looks like Moon has joined up. MC, oh, I'm the only one not in the game. I better get on top of this. There we go.
Embarrassing. Yes, we finally does join the game. So it looks like we will be on Metalopolis. They are just going to choose the appropriate colors and races for this match. Going to give them the good luck, the have fun, and the good game. It looks like we are getting ready. We're going to go directly into game number 2. Moon from WeMade Fox currently up 1-0 against oGsMC, the 2-time GSL champion. If Moon won this oGsMC back-to-back, one game is all that is stopping Moon from heading towards the finals.
Yeah, and you know, I think that we'd have another shocking result here at MLG if Moon did in fact take out MC. And it's not the fact that, you know, we don't believe that Moon is capable of it. It's just based off of recent successes. I mean, if you look at it on paper, MC, a 2-time GSL Code S winner. He's won 2 or both or all, depending on how you want to look at all of the international competitions outside of Korea that he has competed in. He said in an interview earlier this event that he was confident that he could win, but now he's got a 2-game uphill battle to fight here, and he's at somewhat of a disadvantage because Moon, if he was to lose this, would get the map selection.
That is absolutely key. Cannot overemphasize how important it is to get those good maps for you. However, the best map for Moon, Icy Cup Test Bug, has already been played. We saw the struggle that MC would have on that map in that mid-game. The fact that it's so spread open, the fact that Zerg's expansions are so easy to defend. So it's all going to rest on that 3rd match if MC can pull through here. But of course, we haven't given the crowd the chance to show their favoritism. If you are a fan of the man up 1-0 from South Korea, give a cheer for Moon! And of course, if you would like to see the comeback in action, the man who claims that he will crush Idra if they meet again, give a cheer for oGsMC!
Gateway going down, and before he would get to that, there's still a lot of things that would need to happen, including that ZVZ that is up there between Slush and Idra. That will most certainly be an interesting one, but right now MC looking to have a little bit of trouble here against the Zerg. Moon, who came out of his championship pool 3-2, has certainly been impressing us all in the championship brackets here on Sunday. The pool has gone down, and Moon is going to continue to go with this speed, with this gas pool speed build off the bat. He'll mine out this 100 gas and then go ahead, take all of his drones off, and continue from that moment. 2nd gas going down for MC here while the cybernetics core is halfway done in completion.
Moon again looks like he wants to get that speed up. I mean, I personally am always a little lean thing and always get the hatch out sooner. Yet if there were 2 maps I had to choose where I thought that speed opening would be best, it would be Metalopolis and Test Bug. So great job, Moon.
Yeah, and you know, he did have that extra benefit of, you know, a mistake from MC. He went with that Zealot pressure. There was no Zealot at the choke that allowed those links in there. He got those early kills, but it meant that he had to compensate just a little bit for that. This time, nothing unusual like that from MC. He got his initial Zealot, put it at the choke. Now he's getting his sentries while the Warp Gate research is underway. But with that gas going, it'll be interesting to see what MC has in store.
So Moon doing some very clever walk up and down action, and you know, at this point in time, all you've seen is a Zealot and a Sentry. However, that is enough to get a big sense of what the Protoss is doing. If the Protoss was going for something like a very fast Dark Templar play or a very fast Stargate, you would often see them throw down a very fast Stalker. So this means that sure, the DT play and the Stargate play are still viable, still reasonable possibilities at this point, but they're going to come out a little bit later, and what Moon's going to be looking for right now is when is that expansion going to go down. We're going to see Moon continue to poke and prod with those speedlings, and because they have
Yep, so the Nexus is down right now. No units coming out, but we do have a little bit earlier Roach Warren here for Moon coming down just a little bit sooner than it did last time. Of course, because of that, he went ahead and put those drones back on gas. Second Queen is out, and he's starting to drone up. Zerglings will poke in yet again and just see exactly what's going on. Another gateway at the front to create a choke. There's a small little hole there, but of course, MC's got that covered with the force field and or the Zealot. The warp gate research is completed. A last sentry will come out of there before the gateway is transformed, and there is a second gateway and a Stargate coming out behind it.
Uh-oh, it looks like we do see that Roach Warren finishing, and Moon is going to go for it. Moon is going to go for the kill right now, making those roaches. He will be pulling guys off gas soon enough if he wants to go into the late game. If not, he might leave them in and just go for an all-in. We're going to start seeing Speedlings rally behind. At this point, MC does not have that many units. He just has the 5 sentries, the single Zealot. The Forge is getting constructed right now. The Stargate might be all that keeps MC alive. He needs that Void Ray out to defend against any kind of roach, because there is not going to be enough ground units. Here comes Moon with a potentially game-winning attack.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes that Void Ray may not even matter. We've seen it happen in a matchup in the TSL3 versus Mondragon, with Mondragon and other Protoss. Roaches were enough. If you can get rid of those ground units, the Roaches and any incoming wings could be enough to do this. He is moving all of these units up, not yet spotted here by MC. He really has no idea what is about to happen with a ton of Speedlings coming in from the back. And there is the Void Ray. How will he react?
And it looks like Roaches rushing in have not moved in to pick off any units. He's just target firing the Nexus. Force fields go down to try to shove those Roaches off. Moon with a very odd decision, target firing that Nexus. MC easily getting to clean this up. Zerglings trying to swing around. The all-in from Moon appears to have fallen flat.
Yeah, big time. In fact, he's still got units rallied out here. He's going to want to get those back. A few Roaches will be lost. And he could swing around with some more links. He'll go ahead and put them at the third. Going to automatically respond by getting some extra queens out here on his field, and they are about to pop from both the main and the natural. Going to grab another gas as well. Has one going at the main and one at the natural. Moves these queens over into position so he can try to get the initial hits almost immediately, and had that Void Ray come out later or not at all, that could have been a much different story. Here we're going to see this third hatch going, and there's basically nothing. Well, 2 slow queens will try to take it out, but we know how that one's going to end.
The queens are just like, get there! It looks like MC is going to continue to just dance around. Queens are so slow off creep. Trying to get into a good position. Might even have to waste a transfuse on that hatch if it comes to it. And it looks like there's the engagement. He's target firing the Queen with the higher amount of energy, but will be able to pull back in time. But there's a second Void Ray approaching, and if he doesn't have enough anti-air, this expansion is going to fall.
Yeah, it most certainly will. He's going to get a quick inject with those 2 queens and try to use that limited amount of creep to try to move around. Is that a third Void Ray? A third Void Ray on the way right now, and a Phoenix as well. He can lift any unit that he wants to and just let the Void Rays do the damage. The Spore Crawlers are going to go down, but easily targeted. 1, 2, 3. Third one not killed yet. He's just going to go after that hatchery. The Phoenix just waiting to get a lift, and you know what? Moon is just going to go ahead and abandon it. He cancels that Spore Crawler as well, and he's got to be ready with something here. He does have 4 queens here, and getting that Spore Crawler as well. But here comes the attack from MC yet again.
Looks like this air mix with only queens. MC could do a lot of damage to MC, and he does manage to pick off one. Might have to retreat a couple more. The queens are looking to be a little bit overwhelming for MC. He will pull back, but in the meantime, we are seeing MC continue to macro up a nice little army of stalkers and sentries. The robotics facility out as well.
Overlord gets killed, supply blocked, and there's not another Overlord in production right now for Moon, so he is going to have to deal with being supply blocked. There we've got 2-3 on the way now. Phoenixes will get cut off by those queens again, and definitely using those nicely, making sure that he has creep in between the 2 bases. Moon is going to hide this base in the north position, and I really like that idea. You don't know if you saw that, but he did the same thing on Test Bug. However, these Phoenixes being so agile can quickly go around and scout the map. Don't quite see it yet. He's also got a lot of lings over here on the east side of the map, and could be using them to attack this third, but as you can see, a nice gateway wall-in being created there by MC, making that almost an impossible task.
We do see now that there is the robotics support bay thrown down right now. That means the Colossus production can begin. Is he getting any Blink Stalkers? It looks like not yet. He cannot begin that +2 weapons upgrade. Those pesky Phoenixes and Void Rays still marching around the center of the map. Zerg has a food advantage. He's at 133 food versus MC's 121, but don't let that deceive you. Oh, very nice warp in block there by MC. MC is very much so in the lead at this moment.
And MC, I mean, right now he's Moon is just falling right into his trap. He's getting the Hydralisk Den, he's getting the Groove Spines, and MC making this transition over the Colossus is just setting himself up very, very nicely to be able to deal with the army that Moon is eventually going to create. There's the extended thermal lance, and you know, keep in mind, you can see right here, quite a few roaches, quite a few lings, and the first Hydras are out as well. But with those Colossus numbers, if they start to get too high, it can be very difficult for Moon to deal with. Going to have to start to move these units down, and there's one Colossus out right now. And remember, with the Phoenixes too, he can lift those Hydras, get quick kills on there, making them pretty ineffective. Going to quickly kill that Zealot, and this force is moving down by Moon.
We see a lot of gateways up right now for MC's Warping and Stalkers and Zealots. Moon essentially committing himself to a huge attack right here. He absolutely must do damage. And there he is advancing forward. We see a lot of force fields getting thrown down. Beautiful clip off by MC, obliterating that Roach force. Another great sandwich from afar. The Colossi annihilate all of those ranged units, and almost nothing has been lost by MC. Look at that unit's lost tab. Remarkable force field, throwing up the Guardian Shields, lift the Hydralisks up, why not? And MC is still in the game!
Oh yeah, lifting all these units as they roll in.
And very good
GG's.
That does mean we have tied the series up 1-1. oGsMC still hungry to play against EG's Idra one more time. There's oGsMC. There's the man that just pulled the amazing defense against that all-in with the clutch focus to end up winning that match, defending that all-in. Now it will be up to Moon to choose the map.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very, very solid strategy by oGsMC.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he sets up with the Stargate, got that early gas, pumped out those units. The first Void Ray, oh yeah, it was very, very effective. And then just, yeah, just a little bit, right? And then
so close. I mean, the Void Ray popped out right when the Roaches were just getting into vision range. It was an extremely thin time, but it was just what he needed to be able to stay alive. So whatever you do, do not go anywhere. If you have to use the bathroom, hold it, because we will be going into Game 3 right after this.